from early on. But, you know, we listen, we judge, but we also do it for the plot. Come on now. It was like the first hot day in New York, and my business partner was sick. So I'm like, you know what? I have a little time between clients. Let me go to Starbucks and get her, you know, and I get her a tea. So I go to Starbucks, I'm getting her a tea. As I'm walking in, some tall, light-skinned, bearded, you know, dressed like a 50-year-old man, but the face. Swipe it. Swipe it. So we walked past each other, but he was with a woman at the time. And I got eyes. I can see that you're handsome. I looked, grabbed my Starbucks. And as I'm walking out, he's still by his car. We were both parked illegally. So I was like, oh, you're like living life on the edge. I love that for us. I'm literally waiting for the woman to like come into his car. But they give each other like a friendly hug and walk away. And I'm on the phone with my best friend, Michelle. Shout out. Bad bitches everywhere. I'm on the phone with Michelle. I get in my car. I say, girl, this nigga is fine. I'm like, this nigga looks so fine. But he's walking like across, like in front of my car. And I'm just like, gee, I was like, he's looking at me. This man is looking at me. He wanted it. I knew he wanted it, girl. Come on. So he walks straight up to my car door, and he's just like, you are so beautiful. And I'm like, I'm not going to lie. Yeah. I'd smash. No, I didn't say. But I was like, you're a very handsome man.
All right, we got another crazy video, man. But now I watched this one already before I brought it to y'all. So all I'm going to say is this. If you're going after a 50-year-old man and you're young, you're going after them for one reason. And we all know that reason, the money on. So if you know you going after him for that reason, you shouldn't be tripping when he going after for one reason. You feel me? But yeah, man, y'all go grab y'all some water or whatever it is y'all do when y'all watch my videos. You feel what I'm saying? And hey, come and rock with your boy. Let's get to it.
Like, I have to admit that or whatever. So we get to talking. We're having conversation. In the initial conversation, guys, there were a couple things that he did say that were a little bit spotty. I ignore when men speak to me sexually because I just feel like, obviously, you wouldn't have spoken to me if you didn't want, like, it's a visceral attraction thing. Like, I don't think everyone thinks I'm sexy. But I know the game. You didn't come over here because you wanted a friend. Or did you? Did make a couple sexual, innuendos, but I skipped straight over those. I literally ignore them. Like, we gonna talk back about what we was talking to before you said that thing. I'm gonna answer those questions. I'm not gonna answer any questions about sex because I'm a lady. So he did tell me that he was 50. He said that he was a political consultant. And I think that was probably the main reason on why I let a lot of the shit slide. And sometimes, I do hear, and I'm not to say I'm not having intellectual conversation all the time or political conversation all the time, but we be talking about niggas. We don't be talking about politics. And I love a good, a smart man that uses his medulla, a little piece of that oblongatus. You know what I'm saying? But he did tell me that he buried his daughter like 3 days prior to us meeting. And I'm like, and you trying to talk to a girl at Starbucks? You need to be at home grieving. I've already known that man was mentally unwell, but the conversation flowed very easily. It was fun. It was quick. He was charismatic. I'm charismatic, baby. You look good. I look good. Do you want to play pool tonight? I ain't got shit to do. I wasn't dating at the time. So I'm like, okay, fuck it. I'll go on a fucking random date with a grown-ass man. Maybe I need a grown man in my life. Maybe that's where I've been going wrong. I don't. We exchanged numbers. I end up, he asked me for some pictures. And I'm a classy girl, so I'm not going to send you some pictures straight up off the Bacchus. You got eyes. What's... Yeah, so I sent him like really decent, nice pictures you can find on Instagram, something like that. I just went to my favorites. Mind you, he's sending me nice pictures too, But then there's one and the shirt is off. He looked like a prison nigga. I said, hold on, political consultant. Maybe that was your old life. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you're grown now. I don't know. The pictures looked a little old, grainy. You know how they was doing it back in the day. Ugly. I go to text him and because I'm trying to figure out whether maybe I want to see you today in my same work clothes, or maybe let me freshen up for tomorrow and I'll put something cute on just to know that I'm going to see you after. Make sure it's, it's right. He starts acting mad weird about that. And I'm like, to the point where he's like basically not texting me back. And I'm like, okay, it seems as though you want to see me tonight. So you know what? Fuck it. I really had nothing to do. I really was going to go home and rub my ankles together. So I had no problem with that. So he tells me to come come to where he lived. It was an apartment building, so I didn't know exactly where he lived. He was going to move his car and I'd park my car in his parking spot. It wasn't a garage. It was on the street. This all matters later. Pay attention. I can say that I am naturally indecisive, but if I do know what the fuck I want, I know what I want. It's not a game. So if I'm indecisive, it's because I'm taking in your opinions, but don't do that with men. Fuck their opinions. So we get in the car, and I don't even get in the car. He goes to open the car door, which all men should do, and I don't play about that. He goes to open the car door. He says hello. I don't even think he gets the whole hello out of his mouth, bro. I don't even think he gets the whole hello out of his mouth. He literally like, you're very indecisive, aren't you? And I said, let me sit inside the car before you start making assumptions about who I am. Please, let me sit. So I get in the car. I wait till he walks his ass around because now you want to talk. Let's talk, Papa. So he gets in the car and he's like, you're very indecisive, aren't you? I said, no, I'm not indecisive. I'm giving you options. If I'm giving you options, that means I care about your opinion. If I didn't give you options, I would be like, I will see you tomorrow, and that's that. I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to give you options. I looked fine enough to be at the pool hall, but I could look finer in 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't expecting this, but I'm approaching it in a fun way. I'm a funny girl. I'm a lighthearted girl. Let's keep the ball rolling. Once I X that out the way, he's like, oh, you dress very modestly. Ask my friends if I dress I don't dress modest, but you're a 50-year-old man. Why I'm gonna show you bikini pictures and straight cheeks? No, you're gonna get when I'm dressed nice, going out with the girls, because that's the kind of woman I think that you would want. And it's not to say that I'm a slut. I have one poster girl dress, just one. Not to say I dress slutty, but just to say, like, sir, I'm not going to send pictures like that. I don't know you. So you'll get those when we get a little more associated, a little more friendly. He's just like, well, I would love to dress you. And I'm like, I kind of like the way I dress myself. Like, you don't need to be dressing me unless you're going to do it. Are you going to pay for it? And he's like, oh, I have no problem paying for it. I just like my girl to dress very sexy. I want when she walks into the spot, everybody turns around and looks and wants to F her. And I said, that's what nice to know. Moved on the conversation. Because what are you talking about? Every time I walk in the spot now, I already think like that. But like, you're 50 years old. Why would you want a woman that everybody wants? That's weird. You're an adult. So we get to the pool hall and we're going to get drinks, and it's kind of cool. It's a cool little spot. He's very talkative, and I'm a yapper too, so I'm like, go ahead and get your shit off. So the bartender comes over and he's gonna ask us for drinks. So I'm like, oh, I'll take a margarita with Don Julio. He goes, Don Julio? Oh, you got money. Sir, do you not? Do you not have money? I let him make a little comment about his stupid ass Don Julio, because I would pay for Don Julio by myself. I drink Don Julio all the time. You don't drink Don Julio? This man orders like a Long Island iced tea. This is like flag 50. Yeah, I know. This is flag 50 because what the fuck? I don't even know the last time I drank a Long Island.
I drink a Long Island every time I go. I'm like, hey, that's weird. That Long Island and an old fashioned is my two drinks. So that's crazy.
I must have been 21. You're triple that. So we're playing pool. We're having a good time. Not even. We hit 2 balls. And we're having good conversation. And he goes to give me a hug. When he gives me a hug, I was like, oh, you trying to fill up on me? And he goes on my butt and shakes it. Oh my God, I have to go to part 2.
Hey, buddy was on demons. And hey, I'm gonna tell y'all something. Just because people old don't mean they wise or mature. I've talked to 40, 50-year-old people who bro, it's just like talking to an 18-year-old on my life, bro. So don't think just because somebody old, they all of a sudden more mature. Yeah, let's get to part 2, though.
I want to preface this by saying I'm wrong. I know. I also want to say I was practicing not being a bitch. Like, naturally, I'm just a really big bitch. And I really thought, like, this was the opportunity for me to After this, I turned the bitch up to a max. So, after, he goes in for a hug, I want to also preface this by saying I didn't even touch the bottom of my margarita. The ice had not melted. It wasn't a tall glass. It was one of those. So, don't mind my hands. So we left off at him going in for a hug. And when he does that, I back up because already, like, we're not there. So I back up. I'm like, oh, you trying to cop a feel? And he was like, cop a feel? That's not copping a feel. He grabs 3 scoops of that ass. Not only did he grab it, he grabs it.
Did you say 3 scoops? Man.
I think I was so in awe of the audacity that I don't think I responded. Well, I literally backed all the way the fuck up. I was like, oh, do you think that you should have been doing that? Because now we're in a public place and you grab 3 scoops of ass to go. Oh my God, I'm yelling. I'm mad. I really, that should have been it, guys. I know that should have been it. I'm mad at myself because, like, I naturally would not have dealt with any of this. I think because he was like an older man that I was just being stupid, and he should have known better. So, and I should have known better. Everybody should know better. Y'all know better. I'm sorry. I'm getting so mad now that I've calmed myself down. So I back all the way away. I'm like, do you really think you should have done that? And he was just like, oh, I forget what exactly he says, but within the next couple of, like, maybe within the next minute or so, he's looking for his phone. Of course you're looking for your phone. You're trying to get out of this terrible situation you put yourself in. But I'm going to finish my drink. And he had ordered so much food. So while he was in the car getting his phone, I ate. Bitch, when I tell you, you would have thought it was a goddamn eating contest in there, how much food I ate before. Because I hadn't eaten all day. I was hungry. So he realizes that he left his phone in the car. So he goes to get it. While he's there, I already start texting my friends because this is done. I'm going home. This is done. So he gets back from the car and he's like, I really shouldn't have done that. And I was like, you really shouldn't have? So honestly, I don't know why. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I don't know why I continued that. Like, I really don't. And like, I just felt like, I don't know, guys, that I was in a vulnerable place. And I just was not acting like myself, because myself would have been like, how dare you fucking put your hands on me? So I couldn't even believe that I allowed that, right? So I'm embarrassed. And he ordered another round of drinks. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna drink my drink and I'm gonna get the fuck ASAP. Like, so I continue to play pool, and like, you know, the conversation has died down substantially because I'm just gonna get my shit off. But every time my pool stick or any of my body would come next to his body, he'd be like, whoa, wait, whoa. He did that once and I was like, okay. And then it happened again because I had to adjust myself or whatever. And then he's like, wait, whoa. And I was like, are you okay? And he was like, I have a question. I bet the fuck you do, nigga. I bet you do. I bet you have a question. I have a question for myself after this. So he goes, would you consider yourself an affectionate person? And I was like, I'm overly affectionate. Like, my friends and family have to tell me to stop touching on them, hugging on them all the time. I see people I love and care about and I touch them. That's just, it's not in an offensive way, but I like to, like, you know, hold your hand, touch your shoulder. I'm very touchy. I'm touchy. But with people I know, okay? With people I know, I don't know you, man. So I'm like, so I say those exact words to him, and he's just like, well, this is the beginning. Well, this is the end of the end. So he goes, well, I miss the days when people would drink all night, party all night, do all night, and go home and like nothing ever happened. I said, well, that's not what's gonna happen here today. I said, that's not what's happening here today. Are you got the game fucked up? So now I'm walking because I'm leaving. Breathe, girl. Whew, sorry. Every time I tell the story, I get like so worked up because, Claudia, you don't do this. You're stupid. The plot thickened. So now I just go to sip on the last of my drink. I walk to leave. I sip on the last of and I'm grabbing up my coat because this is done. I don't even have to tell you this is done. You know you said something offensive. And he walks up to me. He just like, I'm just very confused because in my ideal life, I want to be driving an X6, which he did drive an X6. I don't give a fuck. So I want to be driving an X6. I want my wife to be driving an X5. And I want her to be at home all day waiting for me to come home and... So I tried to very calmly, because again, we're in a very crowded place. So very calmly, I try to say to him, I imagine that would be the same thing that I would say to a woman to convince her that it was okay that I touched her inappropriately. And then afterward, made excuses as to why she didn't come off the fact that you touched her inappropriately within 25 minutes of knowing her. I was like, my mom grew up around the same times that you grew up, and she never told me those stories. So you're just a freaky frog, and you want me to think that it's okay that you're trying to manipulate. Now you're trying to manipulate me to make me think that it's okay that you touched me inappropriately. That's that politicking shit, and you got me fucked up. He was just like, oh, manipulate. Why would I need to manipulate somebody into having sex with me? I was like, that's what you're doing right now. You've told me in many different ways that you think it's okay to meet somebody and go home and lay down with them. And what you're seeing in me is a girl that would do that. And what I see in you is a nasty ass old man. So with that, I'm going to grab my bags. I got to go. He's like, what? You don't want to finish your drink? No, I don't want to fucking finish my drink. And I don't want to eat any of this food. Mind you, I ate mad food. I don't want any of this food. You can wrap it up if you want. I'm out of here. He's like, wait. How are you getting home? Because I need my parking spot. You know what? I was like, I'm getting home in a fucking Uber. And he's like, oh, do you remember the address? I have Google. Whatever. I'm hot. So he was like, oh, I really need the parking spot. I'm like, okay, come on. I literally said that to him because and again, I should not have gotten in the car with that man in the first place, but I was handling myself so well because naturally, like I said, I would have flipped. So I was like, you know what, Claudia, for you're handling this in a mature way, even though you're a fucking idiot. So whatever, we're walking to the car or whatever. At some point in this conversation, he says that I'm aggressive. I used to be offended by that word. I'm no longer offended by that word. If being aggressive is going to stop you from fucking putting your old man hands on me, I'll be that. So whatever, he fucking goes and we're walking to the car. I'm just literally I've already texted, my friends are already on high alert. So I'm just walking to the car, and you know when you're like walking into you're walking next to somebody, you kind of like bump them a little bit, whatever. So he like bumped me a little bit. I'm like, you're being very aggressive. I'm going to need you to back up. So whatever, we get into the car and we're driving. Mind you, this is a 15-minute ride back to his place. So we're getting in the car. He's playing music. I'm just trying to keep it chill. Like, I got a 15-minute ride. Claudia, you can handle 15 minutes. I just want to preface this also by saying by the time I got in the Uber, we were 8 minutes away. So I maybe lasted 7 minutes. So I'm just in the car chilling on my phone, nothing like that. And he literally turns to me. He's like, you know what? God bless you. Like, God bless you. You're a very beautiful woman. Not when that filter came on.
Bro, don't tell me he did the hand motion, bro. Ain't no way, bro.
He's like, you're a very beautiful woman, but like, God bless whoever, ends up with you. I said, I'm not concerned about that at all. I literally looked at him smiling like, I'm not concerned about that at all. And then he just got so mad. Of course you're not concerned. You're not concerned that you think you guys are so independent. You think you guys are so independent. You guys don't need no man. Of course you're not concerned. You're going to probably end up. I was like, oh. Sorry, Chan.
Buddy watch Fresh and Fit. I guarantee you that dude watch Fresh and Fit. He's a Fresh and Fit fan. That's how they act. You feel me?
Your location. So I look at him, I'm like, babe, I'm not concerned about that at all. And you shouldn't concern yourself about that either. He was like, oh yeah, because you guys are big independent women now, and you guys think you don't need a man. Good luck finding a man that's going to deal with that attitude. Good luck with finding a man that's going to da-da-da-da-da. And I'm just like, that's none of your fucking concern. I was like, you literally put us in this predicament. Everything was fine before you got weird. Okay, guys, I'm waiting for my salad, so now I can...
Alright, so,
many reasons to skedaddle. But when you do it for the plot, you end up out body like a... Okay, last and final part of how I went on a date with a 50-year-old man and ended up on the side of the road. So he hits me with the like, good luck on your journey, good luck on your journey. And I'm like, good luck on your journey because yours is almost done. I'm starting to watch this man's fucking blood boil to the fucking top of his bald ass fucking head because I'm staying chill. I'm keeping a steady head. This man is like, I feel the rage pumping through his body like a goddamn belly dancer. The man goes to me, you need to learn how to take accountability. You need to take accountability for the things that you said and the way that you spoke to me. I'm like, you're right. I take full accountability for keeping myself here. Like, I take full accountability for being here. And he just starts getting mad. Like, yeah, and then you're this and you're that. And I said, and you need to pull this fucking car over. And whatever, so he skirted himself over to the car because I'm finished. And I just want to take a second to insert here that men put women in uncomfortable sexual situations and then get mad at the woman because they don't receive it in the right way. And men are going to sit.
Don't say man, bro. Just say that man and the man you mess with. You the one decide to go get with a 50-year-old. Nobody tell you to do that. Why you want to talk to that 50-year-old anyway? It ain't for a pure reason. You hear me? So stop it. Don't generalize men. You hear me?
Here and they're gonna blame me because another man put me in an uncomfortable predicament that I did not ask for. I did not come there to get essayed. Okay, essentially, right? So I didn't come there to get essayed. So fortunately, you sometimes when you're in those situations, you try to make it comfortable enough so that you can get out of it safely. I did have chances to leave, but there's just a weird dynamic as a woman sometimes to make men feel comfortable enough so that we don't end up hurt. But get the fuck out of here, bro. Like, you thought I was gonna just bend over, so... Like, why did you think that? Anyways, so I was like, you can pull the car over right here. I'm already on the phone with my friend Mia. And he's like, oh, how are you gonna get home? Babe, I had slammed that dark so goddamn hard. I wish the glass shattered. I wish the earth shaked. Okay? The way I slammed the fucking shit out that car. Uber was already ordered. Best friend already on the phone. Weirdo already door cracked open. I wish I was Thor, bitch. Really forgetting inside of my mind that he needed that parking spot real bad. I remember I told you guys to remember that. So we pull up in the Uber and who's sitting behind my car with his lights cut off like goddamn Batman, like a thief in the motherfucking night? That bald head bitch that tried to cop a damn feel, of course. I'm like, I should have stayed my ass out all night. But I don't play with crackheads, and I definitely don't play with people that have nothing to lose. And sir, this should be your rock bottom. I can't have my Jeep hemmed up, tires popped, glass cracked, glass cracked. As of today, I will no longer be dating bald men. They're evil. I will also no longer be dating men over 50 unless the coin come first. Unless
You heard it, the coin. That's why she was on a date, because of the coin. You know what I'm saying? So both of y'all are wrong. Tell you the truth.
yeah, unless you're gonna do it. And I know this is my fault. I know this is wrong. I know that I had many reasons to skedaddle. But when you do it for the plot, you end up outside a parking lot. All right. Have a good night, guys.
Do it for the plot. Yeah, but at the end of the day, yeah, it's crazy that him being 50, if this is a true story, like what I think is true, but him being 50, bro, you should already know the game. But like I said, a lot of these people, just because they old don't mean they know nothing. But I'm going to say this to you fellas. Like, bro, if a girl want to give it to you, bro, she going to give it to you. Don't be pressing it. The easiest way is to just not even try to go down that lane at all. Don't even talk about it. You feel me? Because that's what I learned from experience. I remember when I was younger, bro, you would be quick to like send what they call them, sext. Like you just really, that's all you want to talk about when you younger. But as I got older, I don't even, why talk about it? We grown. If we're gonna do it, we're gonna do it. I ain't gonna be just on a whole date. What sexual position you like? Bro, no. When I got older, I just like, it just clicked. But the crazy thing about it, I've never been I don't want to. Well, I'm married now, but in my past life, I've really never been unsuccessful with going the whole nine with every female that I've messed with. You know what I'm saying? Because I just really didn't. I just feel like as grown men, we shouldn't have to press that. Like we grown, we're gonna do the do regardless. It's gonna happen if it happens, but I ain't finna be pressing it like the 50-year-old dude. He like grabbing her, but don't even know her yet though. That's crazy. But it was on demon time. But yeah, if you just stay cool, chill, if she rocking with you, you gonna get that. There ain't nothing to worry about. You feel me? But yeah, y'all tell me what y'all think about the video in the comments, man. See you guys in the next video. Always remember, be safe out here, kings and queens. Let's get it.